Good afternoon, everyone. Matt here with Yard Sale Zombie. It is Friday, July 7th, and it's about 1:15 right now. I went yard sailing this morning, and because I'm off work this week, and I had a pretty good morning. I only ended up going to 2 or 3 different sales, but I did get a bunch of good items and some new items that I'm testing the waters in some categories. So I'll be showing you that today. I also have a different setup this morning. I'm going to try this and see how I like it. So let me know in the comments if you like this setup a little more. This, I have it pointed down at my wrapping station right now, and hopefully we can get you some closer view of the items. So this first item here is a California license plate. I actually found this in the bottom of a box of books. It was upside down, and I pulled it out, and I just thought it was cool. I thought that I could hang it on my wall if it doesn't sell, but it's in really good condition. There's a few scratches here, but I think all those marks come off. It doesn't have any stickers on it, and there's really no issues around the edge. The logo and the paint is all in really good condition. So I checked these on eBay before I bought it, and they go from anywhere from $15 up to $50 depending on what the license plate says. There was one that said dealer down here, like DLER, I think, something like that. That one went for $50. Some of these only go for like $10, $15, but I just think it's cool, and a lot of times with inexpensive items like this, I'll buy them because if they don't sell, I'll just keep them. I actually paid $5 for this, so that's a lot, but I like it. So we'll see what that sells for. At that same sale, I got scissors. I almost bought some scissors at the store the other day, and then they wanted like $15 for the cheapest ones there. And then Steph and I were laughing, and I said, you know what, it's going on my list, we'll get some. And that was like 3 days ago. So this is an old box, but they're brand new, and they're the big sturdy heavy duty kind. So pretty cool. They were $2, so $1 a piece. That's great. We needed scissors. At the same estate sale, I got this pair of Crocs that is brand new. I think it's a men's size 8, and I don't think they've ever been worn. They're very clean. Very, very clean. Not like a scratch on them. It says $4. I actually paid $2. And I don't know. Try to sell them for whatever I can. They were so cheap, I figured I'd give it a shot. And actually today what happened was I went to an estate sale. I've been kind of avoiding estate sales lately because on Saturdays, there's just too many people there. There's people pushing, and there's a line out the door. So today I thought, since it's kind of slow, I'm going to go to this estate sale and just see what happens. And I actually really enjoyed it. I was pleasantly surprised. I like to dig through boxes, and I was digging through an umbrella box, and I found this camera, what I thought was a camera strap. I've sold these before for pretty good profits. I bought some 35mm cameras a couple months ago, and one of the straps was a Walt Disney Mickey Mouse strap, and it had Mickey Mouse's face, and then it said Walt Disney. And I just for the heck of it, I checked it on eBay, and those sold for like $30 or $40. So I took the strap off the camera and sold the strap alone for $40. And so after that experience, now I just look for camera straps. So this one was very clean looking. It was in the bottom of the umbrella bin, and it says Panasonic Platinum Series Earth, Wind, and Fire, and it's in mint condition. Even a lot of times these will have rust. This one doesn't have any rust. It's very, very nice. Looks like it's never been used. Couldn't find any information about this anywhere, but one person has this listed on eBay. They're asking $200 or best offer, and the seller is saying that this Panasonic Platinum Series was a boom box, and this was a strap to hold the boom box, since it was so heavy. And that, I guess, the band collaborated with Panasonic, and they did some kind of special boom box. So I don't know what this is really worth. Just because somebody's asking $200 doesn't mean anything. If nobody wants to buy it, it's worth $0. So I might start it at an auction at $99 just to see what happens. But I just thought it was interesting. I was hoping to maybe get 15 or 20 bucks from it, but you know, we'll see. I'll let you know how that goes. Here's some things that were so cheap I just had to buy them. It's just three little patches, and I'll sell them as a set. This one says U.S. Marines. This one looks like a lightning bolt, little triangle made of lightning bolts, is what I would guess. And then this one here says Honor Guard. They were $1 a piece. So if I can sell all these for $10, maybe with, you know, free shipping, it would cost like $2.60 to ship these. I'll give it a shot. We'll see what happens. Some people price things so low. It's just worth taking risks. Like 75 cents, if you can call that a risk. Here is, I buy these all the time, not to resell, but just because we use them. It's canning lids, and I got these for $2, and Steph and I use these a lot to put vegetables. She makes pickles and all kinds of cool things, and we're always in need of lids, so we've got tons of these things now. What else? Now this is cool. I was very, very happy to find this. I found this also at the same estate sale, and it was in the bottom of a box again. I'm not sure why, but it's a Game Boy original box from 1989, and it's in really, really good condition. There's no Game Boy in it. It's just the box, so it's similar to that other Nintendo game system box that I have. And when you open it up, it's got all the original styrofoam in here. Oh, let's see if I can get this open. But you know, a lot of people like this thing. I like this kind of thing because like the 80s video games were just so cool. And here you can see it has all the little manuals. This was the edition that came with Tetris, so it has that. Here is, you know, the owner's manual, and then some different things here. They all came with a large poster, so I think that's what this is. Nintendo Power poster, and then here's probably the bag that it was originally in, and the little game case that probably had Tetris in it. But I checked these on eBay, and just this box alone has sold anywhere from $40 up to $60 because people want them. And this one is in really good shape. It's mint condition. I don't know if you can see it. It's just glossy still. It must have been in this box. It was like a Rubbermaid container box. It's probably been in there since the day they bought it. So that was $1. I spent $1 on that, and that will sell at some point. I still have the Nintendo one up. I priced that at $130 with like $20 shipping, and I have 12 people watching it right now, but nobody's pulled the trigger and purchased it yet. So we're still waiting to see what happens with that. All right, let me try to move a little quicker here. All right. Here is a pair of Rock Sports Pro Walkers. They're made by Rockport, and I checked these out. They're a little dirty. They'll clean up, but this model, or whatever you want to call it, series, very well made. I think this is vinyl, but a couple pairs of these sold for around $60 used, and these have the Vibram soles, and they're in pretty good shape. There's really not much wear. There's a little bit of wear up here, and then there's some back here on the corner, on the edge, but if you look from this angle, it's not much at all. So I'm going to try to clean them up and try to get $30, $40 for them. We'll see what happens. Those were, I want to say $3. I got these also for $3, $1 for one, and $2 for the other. This is just a vintage Los Angeles Raiders snapback hat with a pretty cool logo. It's got some dirt on it, but it was only $1. There's the snapback. That's not cracked. That's the key with that. Also some staining on the inside here. So I'm not sure how to deal with the staining or what. It actually looks like the foam that was inside is broken. That's what that orange color is. I don't think it's a stain. I think it's just broken foam in there. But it's pretty neat. The other hat that I got was a Florida Marlins hat. Whoops. And also a snapback in very good condition. And this one is Major League Baseball genuine merchandise. I did not look up the value on that, but it's clean. There's no sweat stains here, and there's no staining on this at all. So hopefully I'll be able to get 15 or 20 bucks for that. What else was at that store? This I got at the estate sale. It's a tray, and it's made of plastic, and it's got lighthouses on it, and the artist's name is Donna Elias, and I looked her up, and she does lighthouses. I'm not really sure what the company here is. I can't really read it. It might be an M Mel Plus by RS2, made in Italy. So I don't really know much about it, but I just thought somebody that likes lighthouses might want that. So I'll put that on auction too. We're going to try doing auctions this week. We had a pretty slow weekend up until last night. Last night we sold a bunch of things. But, you know, things have kind of slowed down since I started doing 30-day listings. Before I used to do 10-day and 7-day listings because I kind of believed that you get more views on the first day or two of your listing, and you get bumped up to the search results to get more views on the last 2 days. So if you do a 7-day listing, you know, there's only 3 days there in the middle where you get lost. Whereas opposed to a 30-day listing where you have, you know, your first 2 days in the middle, your first 2 days at the end of high visibility, but then you have like 27 or 28 days in the middle there where you could get lost in the shuffle. So we're going to try that and see what happens. Right now we're at about 130 listings. So, all right, I got 2 of these Grolsch style beer bottles from the Pensacola Bay Brewery, and it says $1 each, but I got them both for $1 total, 50 cents each. And this is the Grolsch, Grolsch Grolsch style top, so that you can reuse it. And you just pop this up here, and then the little rubber washer pulls out. And so you can put any kind of drink you want in there. And I will use these for cider making or wine making if they don't sell. I'm going to try to sell them, but if they don't sell, that's another one of those things that I'll just keep because I like it. Man, I guess I bought more than I thought. This was just a test. I love graphing calculators. This is not as worth as much as the TI-83, the Texas Instruments, but it's a Sharp EL9600C. It's in very good shape, and they sell for $10 to $15, so I'm just going to give it a shot and see what happens. I normally won't buy anything except for Texas Instruments, so I'm giving it a test. That's one of my tests. We're going to see what happens. Here's an old Bible that actually has the binding ripping. Old Bibles can be very valuable. This was only a quarter, so I don't know. Normally what I'll do is I'll first check the condition. Really, I probably shouldn't have bought this because of the condition, but other than that, there's really not a lot wrong. You've got a little water stain here. The edges are folded over, but that's very common with Bibles. And when you open it up, it's got the name. That's fine. Normally what I do is I just look to see what year it is. And there's nothing here, but here how it says manufactured in the United States of America, that usually means it's pretty old. You'd want to note this, that the binding is pulling away in your listing. Let's see. It looks like there's no year. And then there's underlining. People want to know about that. So usually I just flip through and see what the condition is, and I'll take pictures of anything and see how it's pulling away. I'll mention that in the middle. Take pictures of any writing or anything, and just put it up for auction and see what happens. It cost me a quarter, so give it a shot. Here is a poster that I got at that same yard sale, and this was $1. And this is it. The girl he left behind is still behind him. She's a wow. It's I believe a World War II slogan poster, and I paid $1 for that. It's a little jacked up here in the plastic, but I think the paper is actually in good shape, except for right here there's a little fold. But let's see what we can sell that for. At that same yard sale, here's another thing that I found by digging. There was a cardboard box full of, looked like curtains, and I just went and dug through it just for the heck of it, and I found this. This is a North Face backpack. It's called the Vavapai, and I was speaking with the seller, and she said it's actually got a laptop case here. That's what it's for. You can throw your laptop in there. But I'm a big fan of anything North Face they sell. I paid $3 for that. On eBay, they seem to go for about $50. Now here is the last thing for today. This is one of my test items, or a few of them. I've been watching eBay scavengers, is that what they're called, lately, and they sell these for pretty good money. And what this is, I actually have one more, but it's big, so I'm not going to put it up here yet. This is Revere stainless steel cookware, and vintage, I think it's 70s, and the logo, here's the logo, Revere ware. Tells you the size so you can look it up. This is the 4-quart saucepan. I paid $3 for this, and on eBay they go for around 15 or 20 depending on the condition. I'm gonna try to clean that up a little bit, but I'm just interested to see if they'll sell. They're selling, but I want to see if these will sell. This is a 6-quart, I don't know what they call this, stock pot maybe. This I got for $5, and these sell for $30 to $50. I believe this is copper. There it is again, Revere ware. If I can get $30 for this, it's got a little dent down there in the corner right there, so I'll take a picture of that. But if I can spend $5 and then get $30 or $40 and have the buyer pay for shipping, that'll be good. And I see this stuff a lot. I just never buy it because I wasn't sure about it. But Ryan from eBay Scavengers, or I can't remember what they're called, but this is a saucepan. This also goes for about $25, $30, but this one's really burned on the bottom, and you almost can't even see the logo. So I'm gonna have to do some cleaning. I heard vinegar might work. I paid $5 for that one too, because it's a cool pan that I will keep if we can't sell it. Jeez, these are loud. So that's my test. I'll let you know how that goes. And I actually do have one more item. I love these old phones. This one was $4. A little bit more than I usually like to pay, but it's red, and I just thought it looked neat. It's got these push button numbers here. I can clean it up, and I think it should go for about $20 or $30. Maybe $40 if we're lucky. It's Western Electric, and I'll definitely put untested because I didn't test it. The ringer volume adjustment. But you know, this style doesn't go as high as if it was like the red, like the desk phone, the square phone with the dial on it, or even the push buttons. But these still sell. People really like these old phones. You just have to make sure that if you didn't test it, you put untested, because they'll return it. So I think that's about it. We did make some pretty cool sales last night. I don't know if you remember the bicycle parts that we bought. There's a couple of them. I bought a case of bicycle parts, and I sold the brakes. It was just 2 pieces. It was the brakes, and I sold those for, I put them up for $149.99 with like $15 shipping, and somebody offered me, we settled on $115. So he paid $115 cash for that last night, and that was a $10 investment. These just sold this morning for $50, I want to say $49, and then an extra $12 shipping. And this is a Shimano, what they call a crank set. This basically goes here. I think this is your right pedal maybe, and this would be the left pedal, but it's called the Dura Ace. There's the model number there, but either way, $50 for this. So far I've invested $10 on all those bike parts, and at this point I'm at $165 profit, and I've still got a few things up. So that was a really good purchase. And yeah, I think that's about it for today. So I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please give me a thumbs up, and I'll be back tomorrow with my Saturday morning haul. All right, thanks.